Hi, welcome. This is Tutor Mantra's special broadcast on joblessness and its relation to the 80 long years of English Christian education. As a preface, we just want to say one thing. Education is equal to joblessness, karma rahitya. That is the thing all the Bharatiya have to keep in the brains. It's very important. It's because of the 80 long years of English Christian education, which is good for nothing. We are facing an acute shortage of karma avasara, which cannot be stated as job. There is no pada, Bharatiya pada, that is equal to the English Christian word job. So what's job? Job is something which forces you, I repeat, forces you to do nothing. To do nothing. In a job, in an English Christian job, you don't have to do anything. That is something amazing. And it's for this job where you do nothing, you are prepared. You are prepared continuously for 15 to 20 to 25 to 30 long years in the name of education. From your LKG, UKG classes to the schools, higher schools and colleges and higher education institutions. It's shocking. It's shocking that in all these places, the Bharatiya are trained to do nothing. One won't be able to understand the cheating techniques established, used in this English Christian education system. From the English Christian year 1950 onwards, it's been done. This cheating trick has been done to the Bharatiya non-stop, 24/7, all these 80 long years, destroying, completely destroying 3 or 4 generations of Bharatiya. This English Christian education stopped Bharatiya from doing the work. Work means karma. That is the pada, Bharatiya Bhasha pada for the thing. For the last 2 to 3 months' time, we have been going through the students' revolt, starting from Jantar Mantar in New Delhi, asking for jobs. That is what I told you just a couple of moments back. Jobs. What's a job? Job is doing nothing from 10 to 5. That is job. From a job, you won't get an utpanna. You get a product. Product means something which has no use in real jivita, or in English it's called life. That's very important. In your school and college days, you're trained not to do anything practical that is useful in your jivita, in Bharatiya's jivita. Only one thing is there. Only one thing is there that is screwed into your mind. Time. 10 to 5. Time. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Then it ends. In Bharata, what we know as karma, there is no time for karma. Karma is one's own choice of doing it in the samaya one has. That is karma. Karma is doing something in one's own samaya. Samaya. Sama, I am. I am me. The I inside. That is samaya. That is not time. What is time? Time is something that is outside, set by outsiders, a rank outsider who don't have any connection with your real life. They don't have anything to do with your birth, with your growth, with your karma, with everything you have in your lifespan. They don't have anything to do with your things of lifespan. That is the trick which is deployed to steal the samaya and make you understand it is time. And you're taught time is money. Time is money. Time is not money. Money is an English Christian word, but there is an equal pada in Bharatiya Bhasha. Bharatiya Bhasha. Money. Money means ratna. So it sounds similar. It sounds similar. Money is not ratna. That's very important. So the trick is there in the sound. The trick is there. That is just infused into your brain. Time is money. You heard money. All this yoga you heard money. Syamandaga money of Bhagavan Krishna. Syamandaga money. Ascharya Chudamani. You've heard the money. But the same sound comes here as something to fool you. The same sound. That is why the English Christians use money. It sounds similar. And they equate it with time is money. Time is not money. Ratna, time is not ratna. But samay is. Samay is. Samay is the ratna which can be used in your jivita. That is lifetime. Time is not, again I say, is not samay. But as there is no word available in English, we are forced to use the word time. But remember, time is not samai. Samai I. Sama I. That is samai. So what is karma? Karma is doing the things in your own samai, which is very important. That you have to understand. This understanding is this gyan of samai is very important. That is samai. And education wastes your samai and drills in time, which is non-existent in the prapancha we live in. There is no time in prapancha. Time has nothing to do with our jivita, our life. Our life has to move according to samai, karma. And this karma is prevented with the help, H-E-L-L-P, help of English Christian education. And when you don't use samai, you cannot do your karma. That means without doing karma, your life is doomed. Your life is doomed. And that is very important. You have to learn this thing as well. So this education, English Christian education, made you fools. In Hindi, kamchor and lazy. Lazy, completely lazy. That you apply only for jobs where you don't have to do anything. No utpanna is asked from you. No utpanna is asked from you. So that's very important. So in schools, in colleges, in higher educational institutions, it is education which is provided to make products based on time. Products are not utpanna and time is never samai. Samai is the samai you do your karma. That's related to your jivita, life. So it's very important. Again, I say it's very important. You remember education destroys karma and make Bharati lazy beyond any sort of repair. That is why all these people, all these students who got 20, 25, 30 long years of education, English Christian education, have no interest in doing karma. That is why they are asking for jobs. Jobs mean sitting idle, wasting samai, only focusing on non-existent time and whiling away time, doing nothing and producing no utpanna. So they are fighting for, they are crying for jobs which make them sit idle and do nothing. So in the last 80 long years, the Bharatiya students, Vidyarthi, have been trained to sit idle and do no karma. The more you give English Christian education, the more karma rahita people you will find in Bharat. Those people who are never interested in doing karma. And they are only interested, and they will be only interested in doing nothing, sitting idle, wasting time. So that's the point. The more you educate, the more calm, karma will disappear. The more you give Bharatiya, the English Christian education, the more karma, calm in Hindi will disappear from Bharat. That's been going on non-stop from English Christian year 1950, from when the Artharahita India started moving on. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you.